Good afternoon, everybody. This is Tyler from Merit Clubs Downtown. Hope you guys are doing well. Today, we're going to be talking about some workouts you can do at home, some simple basic stuff to keep you progressing towards your fitness goals. What I want to talk about today is called General Physical Preparedness, otherwise known as GPP. This can be one of the most overlooked areas of training and physical fitness for any number of people. It's probably one of the most common things I see in the industry. Building up your GPP not only will help your base level of fitness, but it can also help you with things such as injury prevention and just overall physical endurance. The best part about this is it's general, so it can be for pretty much anybody, and it doesn't require any equipment really, and just some simple basic movements. So we're going to go over the exercises first, how to do each one, a few things to avoid while you're doing them, and then we're going to come back around and wrap it up into how you can create a program for yourself a couple days a week to make some progress. Today we have a push-up, a bodyweight squat, a wall sit, a hip hinge, and then a plank. So with all of these exercises, the most important thing is going to be the form. At no point should you be sacrificing the form for anything, whether it be number of reps, speed, anything like that. First exercise we have is going to be the push-up. Pretty basic, simple exercise, been around a long time. How you set up for the push-up is going to be your hands going to be right below your shoulders, your body's going to be in a straight line, legs out straight, core tight, elbows about 45 degrees away from your body. When you start the push-up, you're going to bend at the elbows first, body's going to go down as one unit until your elbows are about 90 degrees, and then back up as one unit. Some things that we want to look to avoid are going to be having your elbows flare out really wide, have your hips sag down, and we also, of course, want to do full range of motion push-ups, no half push-ups, anything like that. Some stuff that you can do if regular push-ups aren't in the cards for you right now, at home, countertop push-ups, couch push-ups, just anything to kind of decrease that range of motion all the way to even wall push-ups. So next we're going to talk about the bodyweight squat. Another simple movement. Setup for this one is going to be having your feet shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider, having your toes pointed straight ahead or just slightly angled out. To begin the movement, you're going to break at your hips and your knees, keeping your knees out over your toes and your chest up. You're going to go until your knees break about parallel, about 90 degrees as long as you can. Some things we want to avoid are having your chest tilt too far forward. I always tell people if you have a logo on your shirt when you're squatting, you want it to face out away from the room so someone could read it. Other things we want to avoid are having your heels come off the ground or having your knees cave in at the bottom. Some things we can do if a full squat's not in the cards for you right now is going to be either to shorten the range of motion, or if you need to, have like a stability ball or foam roll against the wall to help take some pressure off of you. All right, and up next we have everybody's favorite, the wall sit. Super simple, you just need a wall, which we all have in our homes. To set up, you're gonna have your feet right below your knees, your back flat against the wall, your chest up. You're gonna go till your legs are about parallel 90 degrees, kind of the same as a squat. Some things you wanna avoid is having your feet too far out in front of you, too far close to the wall, and also having your hands on your legs or sitting a little bit too low. And for our next movement, we have one of my personal favorites, the hip hinge. You still got to target those glutes, hamstrings, and strengthen your lower back. So the setup is going to be the exact same as the squat, starting with your chest up, knees shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider, toes pointed straight ahead. This one, you're going to have soft knees, not bent knees, but not straight legs either. You're going to start by pushing your hips back while keeping your entire body in neutral spinal alignment. You're not going to have any rounding of your lower or upper back, and you're going to push your hips as far back as you can. And then standing back up, you're going to squeeze those glutes and stand all the way back up. It's not just standing up. You want to squeeze your glutes to drive your hips forward and stand up. Some things you want to avoid with this motion are just simply bending over without pushing your hips back. Your chest only goes down as your hips goes back. Second, the one thing you want to avoid is turning it into a squat or having your low back rounded. This one, you're going to have to add a little bit of resistance to any kind of household object. You're just going to hold them up in the goblet position. And our final movement for today is going to be a classic plank. It's also another one of my personal favorites. We're going to do the plank on our elbows, not on our hands. So the setup for this is going to have to be your elbows is going to be right below your shoulders. Your legs are out straight. Feet can be together or slightly apart. Putting them together will make it a little bit more challenging. Putting them a little bit further apart will help you out just a little bit and distribute that weight a little more. You want your body to be in a completely straight line and your head looking straight down, not up like this. Some things we want to avoid are having a really big arch in our lower back, having our hips up too high, having our hips down too low. Okay, with these 5 movements, we're going to have plenty to work on and plenty of progress to make. I promise if you incorporate these into your at-home workouts, you're going to notice some results. This isn't meant to be just a one-time workout. I want you guys to be able to progress these over time. Whether that be just progressing into being able to perform the full range of motion movement or increasing the amount of reps you can do in a given time with the right form. It's pretty general, so giving a guideline for everyone wouldn't be fair to anybody. I would suggest knowing your physical fitness level, start with 30 seconds or a minute. Kind of see how many of these you can do as far as rep-wise goes, how many of these you can do with the right form. No need to sacrifice form or anything like that. And then as far as the plank and the wall sit goes, see how long you can hold those with the right form. These aren't just something to hold up and, tough it out. It's whenever your form gives, that's when we want to go ahead and stop and mark that down. Tracking this stuff over the weeks will definitely help you notice the progress you're making, even if it's only a rep a week or a couple of seconds a week. Doing these 1 to 2 times a week will definitely help you stay in some pretty good shape without needing any equipment, and you won't lose all the progress like you think you will. This goes for pretty much everybody, from someone who's pretty new to working out to even in my sport and strongman. A lot of this stuff is really, really beneficial, guys. It will help you. Definitely any questions you have, please ask. And remember, form is the most important thing with all of these. And also, I know everyone's been thinking it, but it's quarantine and there are no barbers open. So if anyone can help with a haircut, that would be great.